We're live, and it's a little late because I suck with audio and video equipment. Apparently, it is
No,
2:12.
it was my fault, right?
No, it's not Jermaine's fault. Anyways, it's 2:12 p.m. Central Standard Time in the United States, 8:12 BST in the UK. Oh, and then Joe, properly with the sound, you're supposed to say "Hey," but he's gonna crack open a can right in the middle of the intro. Thanks, dude.
Everyone likes that. Everyone likes that sound.
Yeah, it's a Nomad Tech project with Sam and Joe. We got Jermaine, concept creators, in the chat. He thought a last minute. He came in today. I just texted him this morning and said, "Hey, are you available?" He said he is, and so we are glad to have you. Thanks, Jermaine, for coming on by. Appreciate it, sir.
No problem. My hands were tied behind my back. You said you have to come today, so
right. I said you must come today.
You must.
Right.
We're gonna see through.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't.
No, it makes it sound like it was like a little bit against your will. I don't know. So it's a little awkward for a conversation, but hey. That's okay. We're all good. So, anyways, I was having some audio and video problems. I think those are rectified. What I'm going to say in this hour-long show cannot be rectified, but at least it sounds okay.
Yeah, it could be edited for the audio side.
I can't fix the mental problems, but as far as and the content, just barely awful. But anyway, so Joe, how are you? I know. Do you see? I saw your video. Your unboxing, it went up. That was awesome.
Poor unboxing of, yeah.
Hey, man, check it out on the Purposely Pixel channel. Joe did an unboxing of his audio gear. It was really pretty good, actually. And, you know, it wasn't... here's the thing. It's an unboxing.
Yeah, they're boring anyway.
I mean, I don't... Unless it's a really cool box. I know some of those phones, Jermaine, you've opened, they got all sorts of cool... Like, I saw the Genshin Impact version of the OnePlus 11. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
That's wild. Like, I was like, holy cow. I wish I liked Genshin Impact enough to get or any of those kind of phones that are especially. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, the box was neat. It was very red, obviously.
There was a Note 12 as well from Xiaomi with Harry Potter.
Yeah, they had some really cool. And then wasn't there a Naruto version of a phone? I don't know who made. It was
and Dragon Ball as well. But those, to be fair, some are a little bit just like the skin of the phone itself, and then.
And I think they have wallpapers and an icon pack and stuff like that. And I think some of them don't. They have like some of the sounds, like they have sound packs too.
Yeah,
so, it would be kind. I don't know. It's just kind of cool.
OnePlus 11R had a Genshin Impact version as well. And that one looks actually really nice. It has like that leather back with the stitching on one side. Kind of the stitching vibe of the LG G4, I think it was.
Right. And I remember OnePlus making that reference device with the glass with the camera housing. Yeah, the McLaren. But they had the one where they had the prototype device they had where the camera,
that one looked really nice.
Electric or whatever, and it was cool. And I thought that was all leather too with the stitching. I thought that was kind of neat looking.
That one actually looks cool as well. But you can never buy it, which is a shame.
Right, and you can't buy the LG Velvet 2. Apparently they actually made those. I guess there are.
One was sold online.
Yeah, there are some units available.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a shame. So it's one of those things where if you go into a carrier store like a T-Mobile or in the United States, you're not going to see those kinds of devices, right? Those variants, and that seems to be not an American thing. That seems to be a very Asia, kind of thing. I don't see them. I mean, there are people here that wouldn't know, and Apple's never going to do such a thing. You can't imagine an Apple branded phone that's going to be like, a TV show
or sneak production kind of style. No.
Yeah, I just don't see Apple ever doing that. So, and Jimmy's putting in some.
What a legend,
mate! Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. £5 sterling. Is that what it is? £5 sterling.
It's £5.
That's cool. So and also as you can see, Jermaine is staying hydrated. So everybody have some hydration. Have a good day, and we are having a good afternoon. It's actually what is that? Oh, it's Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
0.
0 calorie, 0 taste. No, actually, the 0 sugar is pretty good. Actually, if you're
I like 0. Yeah,
I really honestly don't drink any soft drinks like Cokes or unless it's with a rum, like a rum and Coke. Other than that, I just don't drink soda generally.
Yeah, I should have put rum with this, shouldn't I?
Yeah, every once in a while at work, they have one of those little fountain things where it's automated, where it's got a mix. You can pick a bunch of flavors. It isn't like the old-fashioned ones.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, Pepsi Mango is nice.
Oh, I've never had that before.
It's nice.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, well, apparently in the UK.
Check it out. It's very nice.
But yeah, anyway, so every once in a while I'll get a Barks cream soda just because it always kind of sounds good. I don't know why. But I usually don't drink soft drinks very often. It's just not something I do generally.
I do too much. What about you, Jermaine?
I never drink, for instance, energy. Never mind that one. Didn't see shit. I stopped drinking energy since like an hour ago.
Right.
So
that's okay.
Let's ignore that part.
Yeah.
I drink energy drinks, and apart from that, just tea and coffee and stuff. But not really Fanta anymore. I never liked cola because I just felt my teeth falling out when drinking cola.
Yeah.
Rotting as you're taking a sip. Like I'm swallowing all the enamel on my teeth as I drink. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It just feels like that when you're drinking that. Like they're ripping apart your teeth. I don't like that one.
Yeah.
So that's not a good idea.
I saw Joe, I didn't know, you didn't tell Jermaine, but yeah, Saoirse got her first England kit. Oh,
yeah.
So excited. I showed that picture to my wife. She's like, "Oh my god, it is so
Your
cute."
England what? Sorry?
Her daughter got her first kit. It's
an England kit, yeah.
An England kit.
It comes all together, the top, shorts and socks, the whole lot.
It's like a football player.
Football. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks so cute in it.
Yeah. She and it's funny because he said, "Oh, look, hey, there's an England kit." I was like, "Oh yeah, kits, yeah, football outfit."
Yeah.
I didn't understand the reference. I was like, "What you mean?"
Yeah, if it's a football shirt, it's just a shirt, but the football kit is the full.
It's just everything.
Yeah, the socks, the shin guards,
but
cleats.
Like Sash keeps saying, "Daddy, why have you not got the shorts and socks?" I can't tell her what the real reason is because I don't want to be called a full kit wanker.
Yeah,
that's what you call. That's what you call an adult with a full kit.
Right, and to be fair, in the United States, in Major League Baseball games, there are a lot of people that will. I have jerseys. You wouldn't wear baseball pants and the belt.
They don't wear the full lot, do you?
You don't wear the full. You don't wear the full gear. You look like if anybody actually showed up to a ball game like that. I don't know what. I don't
get called a full kit wanker.
Right. Well, I don't think. I don't think they're going to call him a full kit wanker in the United States because nobody knows what the hell you.
What did you call? What did you just say?
Waker.
Full kit wanker.
Wanker.
Oh, it sounded like you said waker.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, I will do this though. If I do actually ever see anybody that goes to a baseball game like that, I will call them a full kit wanker and see what they're going to go.
Thanks, like, what?
Look at you confused.
They're gonna think like, yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Like, yeah, thank you.
He likes the gear. No, he doesn't. He's wanker. What does a wanker mean? It just means great, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Just imagine that you just speak to someone who happens to be British and very aggressive.
Right.
Just that one single person you will find there, just
be typical.
You're a fucking wanker. And
right.
he's like, what did you just call me?
He's like, I'm on holiday and you call my fuck out here. Yeah. I'm like, great. The time I actually deploy that, it's going to be some British guy actually from like
definitely
from like London going, fuck, he actually knew what I meant. God, then I get into a fight. That's not
Just to clarify though, kids in full kit, they're not wankers. They're allowed to have full kits.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. It's like I mean, it's like your daughter could go to school wearing a Cinderella dress and there would be like,
oh yeah, she can wear what she likes.
You can't do that at work. I mean, well, maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe they can. Jermaine can probably wear costumes.
Oh, thank you.
Go to work and not in the dress. I mean, you could. It is 2023.
I could, but I don't want
it. Turns to Jermaine wearing dresses. What happened here?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Welcome to the Nomad Tech Project.
Yeah, apparently FKWs are a thing. And even like Simon's like, yeah, full kit wanker. Yeah, so it's funny. And Scoop's in the chat. And okay. There you go. So there you go. NFL. Oh yeah.
Scoop knows what he's talking about.
God, full NFL, dude. I don't even
with a helmet and everything.
Oh shit! If they wore a helmet, that'd be insane. That would be crazy.
Oh wow!
Just don't pick a fight with that guy because then you got to make sure you get the helmet off before you actually punch him in the face because that's gonna be you're gonna probably break your hand.
Good advice.
Well, I'm just saying, that's pretty. Helmets are pretty heavy, pretty durable. I don't think you're gonna punch through it. So
that's what she said.
That's right. Anyway. 10 minutes in, and we've talked about nothing other than complete utter horseshit. So that's kind of cool. But we got and full kit wankers. Now we know, Jermaine. Now we know what a full kit wanker is.
Yes.
Yep.
You learn something new, and that's what I love.
I like to educate people.
That's why I love having Joe on the show. I've learned more British wording, slang. I know what a gooner is now, and nobody knows what that is. That's
quickly get it in before, because I know Jermaine's not into sport, especially football. Arsenal won the Charity Shield today. Yes.
I don't. They won the what today? The
Charity Shield. Yeah.
What, is that like a special match? I don't know what that
It's really not that special, but it means Man City didn't win and Arsenal did win, so I'm happy.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
I thought
If
the
we'd
season
lost, I
was-
wouldn't have cared.
Wait. So, are you for Arsenal? I'm not 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an
sure
Arsenal
about
fan, yeah.
that. Are
Yeah,
you?
look
Are
at-
you?
look-
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What gives it away that you are for Arsenal?
I don't know.
I like
I
everything.
mean, the shirt clearly doesn't give it away.
No.
No.
And actually, I do have, although it's different. I don't know if it's a full kit. It's the shirt, but it doesn't have a collar. I guess it's the Ireland. I thought it was their actual what they use for the World Cup. Maybe I've had it years ago. My father-in-law went to Ireland and bought it at a store because he thought it was cool. But it doesn't have a collar. It's just white.
Yeah, some football shirts don't have collars.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's. I guess he told me that the guy at the shop told him this is what Ireland was wearing on the field in the World Cup.
Yeah, it might well have been.
And I noticed it didn't have a collar, and yours does.
Yeah, some don't. Yeah, some don't.
Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, so he's an Arsenal fan. So I thought the season was over. I thought Man City won the whole thing, and it's been over. Are they still playing?
We start a new season, man. It doesn't. That's not the end of the world, and we don't have a new season.
Isn't there an off season?
Yeah, that's been done, mate. We've just had friendlies in the US.
Oh, okay. I don't
Arsenal
know, man.
played. Yeah, man. Arsenal played Barcelona
Yeah.
in the US.
Well, yeah, but not where in Miami, probably. I guess.
We played the MLS All Stars as well, and absolutely destroyed them.
No shit.
Well, yeah.
We've already had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, I would say probably most championship teams could probably beat most MLS teams pretty handily.
Probably.
And if it's Premiership league, like Arsenal or Man City, if Man City or Arsenal played St. Louis, you guys would probably be as 8-0. It would be an ass kicking.
Just because, as Jermaine's on the show quickly, Arsenal have got a new Dutch player.
Oh.
I only know
Jurien Timber. He's from Ajax.
I don't know. I know Davids. I know Van der Sar.
Davids was great.
Yeah, he's great at missing. Oh no, wait, that's the other one. I forgot the name of the other one.
You know, Bergkamp's all right.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And the bald dude.
The bald dude.
Who still plays? I forgot his name. A Dutch bald dude. That is actually really good.
What about the guy? Name. Isn't the guy the guy that plays for Man City or whatever? Isn't he Dutch? The one with the blonde hair. The blonde hair dude scores like a million.
No.
Where's?
It's Norwegian.
Oh, he's Norwegian. Okay.
Mm.
For some reason I thought he was
Not
Dutch.
The same.
It's close enough. Europe, right? It's all the same.
Arjen Robben, yes.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Simon.
Oh yeah. Is he still playing?
I know he played not too long ago, but that's basically what I saw on the news, and that's it.
No, shots fired.
Charity case.
Wow. Shots fired. Holy cow. Anyway, so enough of the sport, because we have
let's get off the sport now.
Right, because we have to be considerate to Jermaine, because he could give a rip about any of that kind of shit. So
I used to play it a lot.
Yeah. Just lost the faith back in the. Was it an injury or just kind of like I don't care anymore?
No, I liked playing it. I just didn't care much about watching it.
Right.
Yeah, playing it is much better.
That's what it is with golf. Like a lot of people, obviously on weekends I work at a country club every once in a while, and they always watch golf. Obviously, it's on TV because they're always having tournaments. I can't watch golf on TV. It's boring as hell to watch. I like to play. Well, I'm not very good, but I still like to go out. It's one of those things where if I can go out and play the sport, it's much more fun to play, obviously. And the only one I like to watch live is ice hockey. NHL hockey is great live.
Oh yeah, football, I can imagine that's good.
Regular American football, I sit too far away. It's just hard to see anything unless you get close, and it's like those tickets are expensive. Baseball, I love baseball, but it's just the pace of the game. Most European people cannot take American baseball. It just drives them crazy. It's too slow for them. But anyway, so so when did you stop playing soccer or football when you were a kid? Was it like your teenagers? Did you play when you were a
teen?
Young adult?
Yeah, I think from 8 till 16 I played.
Okay.
And one season we had like a really good season, and we only played once where we had the same amount of scores and we didn't do penalties around that time.
Okay.
And the rest we all won. We handedly won that season. And the highest score we had was 21-1. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
21-1. And I remember that game so well because the coach said to us, if we win 25-0, we get fries. And we didn't get fries.
Yeah, but you got that's an ass kicking. 21.
Yeah.
Did the other team celebrate that one?
Yeah.
Probably. If you score one against someone who scores 21, I would.
Yeah, I'd be excited about that. Dude, we didn't get
play it
shut
cool.
out.
And we didn't
Yeah, we didn't get a clean sheet. That's good. Okay, we got one. That's fine. That's a win. We're going to get ice cream later.
It's better than to be completely humiliated.
Yeah.
I played right midfield because that's my position. They tried to put me in spits once, so the foreground where you have to score basically. I don't like it because I kept running to defense because that's my natural. I just wanted to make sure that I attack, and I never wanted to score as well. I always like to pass the ball. And
yeah, I like to assist. Yeah.
So midfield was best for me, and then on the right side, of course, because I'm right, like it sort of makes more sense. I mean, I had like two people that one was crazy fast in running, so of course he was in the front, and we had one that could shoot really fast, like really powerful, so that those needed to stay there. But I remember one game, one of them was removed because of something, and then I needed to take his place, and I was like, I don't wanna, and he said, we gotta. It's like, yeah, this gotta be shit, and it was shit because it's not my position.
Yeah,
I like the better to do both.
Well, I played football for 2 years in high school because I was bored. Yeah.
Wait, football or your
both football? I played both footballs.
Okay,
so
good. Okay.
For my high school football team, American football team, I was the punter, and they were trying to get a soccer football team available, and they didn't have enough people, so they just had open tryouts and signups, and so basically they just took everybody because we only had like 15 people that showed up, and I played goal because I didn't know what else to do. I'd rather play goal. So I played goal. It was fun, man. I loved it. It was great.
So you're on the team by default because no one else turned up.
Yeah. I was actually pretty decent, I thought. I mean, for a person who never played football before, I was actually pretty good.
Did you ever lose 21-1?
No, but we didn't win a game the entire season.
You didn't win a game?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's rough.
No. And we played teams like we were playing some county like.
Hate to be their goalkeeper.
Established teams. Oh yeah, you know what their goalkeeper used to do? He would jump on the crossbar and do pull-ups during the match. During the match, because there's nothing else to do. Oh, we weren't. Yeah, I don't think we scored at the entire season. We played 10 games. We scored 3 goals. 2 in one game. Actually, it was unbelievable. I don't know how the hell.
And they were all own goals.
No, almost. Well. Yeah, it was not not pretty. It was not. I had a good time because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But
at the end, that's what matters, right?
Right. I had fun. I would have continued to play goal, but by the time I started, it was like I was already almost 16, 17 years old. And I knew I went to college, and I was like, clearly didn't have enough skill to even possibly try out. I was no way I had enough goal experience.
The US produced quite good goalkeepers, though.
And it always that was more fun to me. I love playing goal or defense. I don't like midfield. I don't like attacking. I like playing defense. Even when I played hockey.
Basically, Sam likes to be in whatever position runs least.
Right? No, I liked to be in the position where you could smoke people. That's why I like playing hockey, because I could just drill people. That was fun. Yeah, it was more into body contact and knocking people on their skates. And
to be a porn star, you can drill people.
Oh, Jesus, everywhere. No, anyway.
That fucking turnaround.
I know.
Jesus.
Joe. Yeah, well, I guess Aditya's not in the chat, so he's making up for Aditya.
Oh yeah, man, I miss him. Where is he?
I don't know.
He's done well, right? He's done well.
He's done great. Yeah, he graduated school, so he's got to wait until he takes he can't be officially a doctor until he takes his oath, which he says in December, I think is when.
Yeah,
so, that's cool.
Cool. But he needs a break.
He's done all the work, so he's effectively the doctor. So he'll be an official doctor after that. So I guess we could talk about the phones. Jermaine, what do you think about the foldables? Now we got foldables. Like now it's not just all the Chinese stuff. It's, we got Pixel Fold. We've got the Fold 5. We've got flippables. We got the Razor. So
Jermaine's not a fold guy, are you?
I am not.
Right.
I know I'm curious why I should simply put shit cameras compared to what I get, for instance, on these.
Right.
That's it. And I love the idea behind a foldable phone. I got like a broken Fold 2 here that I still need to fix, but I've taken it a little bit apart already.
Okay.
Because the screen was broken.
So that'd be a cool video. I'd watch that.
Yeah, but I would probably place it on Concept Creator channel instead of because it wouldn't make sense. Oh, there you go. Welcome, Aditya.
Hey.
But yeah, for me, it's I care about camera, right? So for me, it matters more to have a good camera sensor in there. I know a lot of it has to do with software as well, but you cannot replicate a proper depth of field that you get on a 1-inch sensor compared to a 1/255-inch sensor or something like that. It's
right.
it's not comparable. So I prefer to have something that has more when it comes to the camera.
So on that note, quickly, Sam, Jermaine's changed his channel's name. It's rebranded through Jermaine's lens.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. So, well, I put this because I didn't want to just put Jermaine, and I forgot about the third. Yeah, I forgot about the through Jermaine's lens thing. It's been a while, and then why? I guess obviously it's a play on words for cameras, right? Clearly, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, so what, did you just come up with that on your own? Did somebody suggest it? Was it something you kind of thought about? Like, I'm curious where the name came from. Did you struggle with it, or did somebody say, "Hey"?
Oh, I struggled with it because, like, concept creator is like a really clever, easy name. It's just like it makes sense. I'm a creator of concept, so it makes sense. And create a concept doesn't work, so you switch it around. But when it comes to through Jermaine's lens, I'm not sure if I came up with it or if someone said it on Twitter, because I was looking for a new name for a while because I want to focus more on camera. And because simply put, that's where I feel like my heart is more at than to talk about specifications that are just very much like, oh yeah, this phone comes with Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and that one is an 8 Plus Gen 1, and you're not going to notice a big difference between the two in day-to-day life. So I feel like I'm just going to repeat what I have to say about the whole thing the whole bloody time, because it just becomes a standard story. And when it comes to pictures and camera performance, that's where you can always tell a different story, where you can showcase the difference in terms of approach, because no phone brand has the same approach to them when it comes to the camera. And that's what I like about these things more, and where I can have more of a conversation than something like a CPU inside the phone itself, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, more important for me. Because right now it seems like, first of all, you have more components to just, okay, so you have a CPU, that's it, right? Well, the camera, you have lenses, you have types of lenses, you have their algorithm in computational photography. Some OEMs are, so there's a lot of variance in there, and they're always, and that seems to be where obviously with the chipsets, like, well, the Snapdragon has a new chipset, we're going to put that in our phone. There's not really much to that, right? But maybe some design cues, maybe hardware changes, or things like that. But obviously it seems like over the last, especially 5 to 7 years, when it comes to mobile phones, it's definitely all been about cameras. That's where everything has been going, as far as sensor size, as far as, computational photography, as far as trying to get, algorithms and engineers and color science and all that stuff. It's definitely been there. So I was going to say, if you're going to talk about mobile phones, that's probably the only place you can probably live that you can actually talk about something generational and meaty and different approaches by different OEMs. I mean, that makes a whole lot of sense, as opposed to just talking about, day in the lives or camera or battery life or screen density or pixels per inch or all these other kind of or software. Yeah. Maybe you can get away with that, but again, the software doesn't change. One UI kind of looks like one UI. ColorOS is, and MIUI, they're all kind of the same as far as every year they don't really change fundamentally. Even Android 14 is going to be fairly similar to Android 13.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Going to be a huge difference, and it's like with the Vivo X90 Pro and the Xiaomi, for instance, that's a good comparison. Both have that one-inch main sensor, but their approach is just vastly different between the two. It's not even remotely the same, and that piques far more of my interest than the CPUs that are both inside. Even though I will say that on the Vivo X90 Pro, it's not great. But that's, don't notice really in day-to-day life the difference. But, that one sadly doesn't have very good CPU. But again, that's not
the Dimensity one.
Yeah. And it gets, this one generally gets hot if you're abusing the power of it. So if you're playing a lot, then definitely that one gets very hot to the touch. And that's not comfortable. But when you're just doing your normal daily things, you won't notice that. Something keeps going off, so let me just mute that.
No, that's fine. But yeah, and I guess the next question would be, with the foldable market, do you think maybe in a few generations the cameras get competitive to the point? I mean, do you think
they will to a degree? I don't think we will see a 1-inch sensor for a long while in foldable phones, because what it will do is it make the phone thicker, right? The new Xiaomi Mix 3, that one's supposed to come with a larger sensor, but it looks really small on the leaked image, so I don't know if that's it's true or not, but it should come with a 1/1.5 inch sensor size, or maybe a bit larger, which is bigger than a lot of other foldable phones offer. But I don't know what I'm seeing right now are, of course, accurate leaks. And
Think about the price is already £1,700. Like if you add a 1-inch sensor on there, you're going to be.
It's going to be mental. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be mental. But it's something, where I say that's where I don't see the growth coming for them. I don't think that's going to be a focus at all for foldable phones. They're going to focus on making them thinner, making the screens last longer potentially. That's probably the focus right now.
Software experience is what needs work, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I really haven't used a foldable phone properly. I used the Motorola one and a little bit of a Samsung one because it was at work, but not really like use it long term.
Yeah, I think they're going to focus on durability long term and engineering, and then also hardware, and then also too, and making sure that the tablet experience on Android is good. Like when you open up the Pixel and you see that there's letterboxing because it can't render, those kinds of things. It definitely will be software and hardware focus as far as making sure the screen is durable and can withstand those kind of things. I think that's definitely more the focus, and I don't think cameras, because again, if you're buying a foldable, you're probably not really being camera centric. I don't think a lot of people are thinking about. I mean, you'd like to have the best camera, right? Obviously,
yeah,
but that's clearly not what's moving. If you're into the foldable market and you're looking to buy a Pixel Fold or a Flip, it's clearly the form factor, and then making it flippy dippy, making it pocketable, right? Or foldable, whereas now you're out and about and you can content create, you can multitask, you can.
That's very true. It's very
so really, but I will tell you that I've used the Fold to take a picture one time. I had the thing open. I was at a ball game. It was kind of cool having that big.
Yeah, that's handy.
Kind of neat,
giant viewfinder.
Right. The only problem is that it almost kind of starts to get like the dude with the iPad trying to take pictures at the school.
Yes.
You kind of almost to that. You're almost there, but then of course look and you go, no. See, it's foldable.
It's foldable. Hey,
don't worry. It's not an iPad. Trust me. I know it looks like.
So they're the type of people, with the iPads. They're the ones that wear full kits.
Right. That's full kit wankers. That's right. It's like to get the iPad, the full iPad. But I'm just saying it was kind of nice having that fold and then having it open and then taking a nice, good viewfinder. Got a nice. I think it was the Fold 3 I had at that game, and it was actually kind of liked it. I was like, this is kind of nice for taking pictures. Granted, obviously that the camera.
It's fine. I mean, in day-to-day life, it's gonna be fine. It's not gonna bother you to have a picture of your child or anything like that. But if you want to do more depth situations, so you want to play around or really have that natural depth of field that you get with a 1-inch sensor and so on. That their foldable it's just not made for that. Like Dan is saying, it's more productivity focused, but also of course watching content and so on. It's just bigger. It's kind of a flex. I know, flex,
idea.
But yeah. But it's I don't see it ever being the focus where they will say like, yeah, let's put the biggest sensor in there that we can in a phone, and I don't think they should as well, because it's not going to be. The people that buy a foldable phone are not necessarily going to care about having those possibilities in there, I think.
They won't get full use of it, will they? I don't think. They won't get full use of it. It wouldn't be right.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think so, because it's going to be thicker as well. Because it's phone. I don't think they will.
Definitely.
Right. And again, then with the Apple situation, so I mean, I know you don't really kind of dive too much into that, but do you think they're really going to ever do a whole? Are they just going to basically lean on the fact that like iPhone is good enough and it's video is good and people aren't complaining about it? So I'm curious what you feel about Apple's approach to the next 5 years of video and audio, like and photography, right? 1-inch sensor on an iPhone kind of thing. Do you think they're ever like? What is your thought about how they approach photography and videography on their devices as opposed to the Android manufacturers that do it? There seems to be a different approach to it as far as even just like a methodology and an overall strategy to their phones when it comes to photos and video.
I think with them, it's a little bit like Google. They have a lot of computational photography focus and less so sensor. But they will actually, for the 15 Pro, based on leaks, what I've heard, they will actually increase the sensor sizes again. So who knows? But will they ever go to 1-inch sensor? I don't honestly know, especially with their current design philosophy. It's really combined in a small section basically. So it might happen, but I think if they do it, it will be very expensive as well, and it might be then just a Pro Max exclusive or something like that. That they won't put it on the Pro. But
for me, the only thing that's driving them putting better hardware is because the Android world are actually catching up on the video side.
But they still need work. Realistically, they still need work when it comes to video.
Yeah,
but
definitely they do. But they're catching up, and for years iPhones were miles ahead, weren't they? But not so much now.
Especially moving if you're just panning, that's where Android. I don't know why it makes no sense for it to not work properly, but the panning for some reason with Android phones it doesn't work, and it's weird that it's with every single Android phone. So it's definitely an Android issue.
Yeah,
but it's weird to think
I've seen videos taken on an iPhone, and they're like, "Wow,
and much smoother."
It's like wow. I mean, it's clearly it's not even like subtly noticeable. It's obviously noticeable the difference.
Yeah, you just have that kind of. It's of course I'm exaggerating, but you have that jitter to it that again makes no sense, but it's clearly Android based.
Yeah, and again, anything they would do is going to cost a lot of money, and that's just kind of how Apple is. I mean, it's and
3.5K, that's really cheap.
For
more.
Yeah. Well, you actually have to buy one, get one. So if you get the Vision, right, you get the headset, and then you get a phone for free.
That was 3.5K. I think the phone, the foldable phone, will be like 5K or something like that. I can easily see them doing that.
Yeah, and I don't really, and I don't really have a problem with the price point. You know, I just everybody's like, oh man, $3,500 for this. You know, basically this headset. I go, yeah. Did you think it was going to be $1,500? I'm pretty sure
people will buy it. They know people will buy it.
Oh, absolutely.
They just do a limited run of it. If it does really well, then it's also with Apple. It's especially in America. It's very much a status symbol as well.
A little bit like Tesla. Sure. Oh yeah.
Same with Tesla, and they just buy into it. It's like I want to belong to a certain group, and they've done that really well when it comes to Apple. And
very well. That's across the world, though. Like India's the same. If you have an iPhone in India,
it's a certain image. Even though an Android phone can cost a lot more than a Apple phone, but still people think like, oh yeah,
mad, isn't it?
Give money.
And you got to be careful with Tesla fans because man,
I don't give a shit.
Oh man, they get triggered. I mean,
I know.
It's crazy. Like I said, I have a Mustang, and everybody gives me like, oh, they call them shit stangs. Like, whatever. I don't care. It's I like the car, but I'm not so enamored with it. Like I will sit here and have an argument and defend the damn thing. If you're a Camaro guy, if you're a whatever guy, fine, go for it. If you want a Tesla, fine, go. I don't care. Whatever, buy whatever you want. I'm not buying a Tesla for a bunch of reasons.
If they ask my opinion, though, I'll just say I think it's shit. The interior is shit. The quality, build quality is shit. And I would say, about it.
Yeah, and again, like I said, for like phones, it depends on what you're trying to do, right? What matters more to you in a car? To me, what matters more is repairability and reliability. That matters more, right? And you can't fix that car. You can't I can change the spark plugs in my Mustang. I could go buy 4 plugs, or 8 if I had a V8, and go get take the damn ignition coil off and take a 10 mil socket and take the damn. You can't work on your car.
No,
you can't. I mean, and they're not working on it either. Basically, they're just.
Let me see what Hollis says.
Oh, what does Hollis say? Oh,
it says cut your shit.
Oh yeah, I will tell you though. You know what I do care about the Tesla? The pure speed. The fact that it's like 100% torque right off the bat, and you can just
acceleration.
fly.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! I mean, if you're a speed guy, there's nothing better. I've sat in a Tesla when he floored it.
Straight speed.
Oh yeah. I mean, it doesn't handle well. I mean, and it's a rough ride. First of all, they're terrible. They ride terribly. But I'm used to cars that ride terribly. I mean, I had a Mustang that had a solid rear axle. I think it was like, I mean, it's gonna rattle your teeth, right? But as far as from a pure speed standpoint, fuck. Oh man, it was like boom, and you were.
But that's the power of EV. EV just has that instant torque. That's just
and that's what it is. But I mean. But I'm definitely not getting a Tesla. And honestly, the one that I did see, I thought it was ugly. It's that it's the real tall kind of almost looks like a crossover one. I think they're fugly looking. God, it's not.
I think it's Y, right? With the open.
The sedans or whatever, like the Model 3s or what the actual cars. They're pretty good looking.
I think that first car looked the best.
Oh, but that other one with the gold wing, that thing looks dopey. Right. She looks like I don't care for the design. Yeah. Ordered the Roadster. Yeah, I'll tell you much. I tell you this much though.
If that's ever going to be released,
I won't get a Tesla. But if Ford made not the Mustang Mach-E, because that's not a fucking Mustang, and I'll go to war on that. It's an Edge with a tri-bar taillight, right? But if they made a Mustang that was an EV, I'd give it a shot. I would see how I'd drive it and see how I like it. I could go EV at some point, but not now.
I wouldn't go EV myself, at least not with current technology.
No,
I think it's KP99. I'm not 100% sure. They have like a situation going on where they potentially have new technology developed, which allows EVs to instantly charge.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Or maybe even 5 minutes. If it's 5 minutes, like if I could pull into a charging area, and this is the problem too, is when you drive across, at least in the United States, you're driving across. It's a big country, right? There's a lot of space.
Yeah,
you're driving interstate, like if I was driving from here to like Oklahoma City, you're not going to see Teslas driving interstate because there's no charging stations. In the middle of Nebraska, there's always a gas station. There's not a charging station. You may get lucky and find one, but it sure as hell won't be a fast.
And not to mention, range is just so different.
Yeah.
You can drive far more on a normal aspirated car.
You could have a battery pack on a trailer.
That's right.
Yeah, actually, someone had a Tesla with a gas, whatever it was.
A generator in the back.
A generator, there you go. On the back.
Yeah. You buy a gas car, fuckhead. If you're doing that, just buy a gas car.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. It's just
but
like
it's
whatever.
Image for that person, probably.
Well, and I noticed too that I like the fact that El Jefe bucked that trend. He bought a Camaro.
Yeah, it's beautiful as well.
I love the blue. And I love the fact that he's like, you know what, I could get a Tesla like everybody else, but I don't know of any significant YouTuber that has anything other than.
Yeah.
That's all they have. It's like,
Image.
Well, yeah, it's got to be.
Well, I've got an MG.
Yeah. Yeah.
MG ZS.
If I ever make it that big, I will still not buy a Tesla. I don't give a shit.
Oh, if I'm spending that
what
kind
would
of
be
money,
your dream car, Jermaine?
Volvo is my car. Because I can.
What would be your dream car if you could pick whatever?
If you could if you had you could spend $200,000. Like, let's say you got enough money, your YouTube channel's huge, you're one of these, one of those YouTubers, right? And you can get any car that would be available, even if it was not available in the Netherlands, you could import it and use it. What would you buy as a daily car? And
okay, everyone, of course, you want your McLaren, your Ferrari, and so on.
Yeah,
but I would probably say Polestar 1.
Okay.
Oh, the Polestar. Yeah, I saw one. There was actually one.
Not two. One.
I don't know which one it was. I didn't even recognize. I was dropping a friend off he had a rental car place.
Mm-hmm.
It was a budget rental car. I think it was something in. I didn't even recognize what it was at first because I looked at the logo and it was the Polestar. I was like, "What the? I don't know what that is." Now, I think that's one of those Polestars. I think is what it was. They actually had one there, and I don't know which one it was. I didn't ask or look into it. But yeah, they had one you could rent from. I think it was Budget or Hertz or whatever it was. But you could actually rent one. I was like, "Shit, okay, that'd be kind of cool." I don't know if
it's a hybrid.
Yeah. Yes, it's a hybrid.
Polestar they look cool.
Hybrid.
They look nice.
Are they from the UK? I think it's a UK company, isn't it?
No, Polestar is kind of a sub-brand from Volvo. Polestar was before a tuner for Volvo. So they had Polestar editions, they had their R Design editions and so on. And Polestar was kind of the engineering side of it. So the more faster ones. And Polestar is now kind of the brand where they put cars that Volvo would normally not develop. So the Polestar 1, for instance, is definitely one of those. It's a really fast car. It's more situated towards the look of it, with the sporty sedan, which doesn't fit with the image of Volvo. And therefore they made something different with Polestar itself.
The detail, though, in the interior, it's beautiful.
It's Volvo interior. It's Volvo interior, just the badge is changed. But it's a really nice car and nice looking car. Wow. Sadly, it is.
Bowers and Wilkins speakers.
Dude,
yes, it's really top quality. It's basically a Volvo, but with Polestar engineering. And you can see on the back, for instance, if you open the hatch on the back, you can actually see the whole engineering going on as well. You can see the cables where it leads to. Really well done. It's a beautiful car.
That Polestar. I mean, I don't know if that's the Polestar.
Polestar kind of is a sister company now to Volvo. Yeah, they're kind of now separate, but they used to be apart from Volvo itself.
It's like Honor and Huawei.
I think that's it. I think that's a Polestar right there.
A little bit like Honor and Huawei. Yeah, you could see it like that. Yeah, that's the Polestar 1. That's the one that I will probably have, but those are over $100,000. So
yeah, no. Now see, I could get down with something like this. I could. Yeah, it looks. It looks sharp.
And it's hybrid, so you can still
hybrid's
fuel
the
it up.
way.
Yeah, and it's a funny thing because I still think we're there right now. I think that's where we are. And that's
I'm not
why
gonna go.
and that's why Honda and Toyota really don't have a lot of. I mean, I think Toyota finally has the BZR4. I think they have, and then they also have their the hydrogen vehicle, which is not going to take off. Unfortunately,
Yeah, but I wish it.
I wish we would, because I would go for that more than I would go for a full electrical.
But they should have gone for image. If they went for image straight from the get-go, even though I don't like Elon Musk, he's a good salesman, right? He's good in selling stuff. If they went with that kind of approach that Elon went with, and it was for that, it would have gone off. But it's now EVs.
I am with you, Scoop. I think first of all, I don't think the quality. I don't think the build quality is there. I don't think the reliability is there. I mean, it's great that you have full self drive, and that's fine. I wouldn't use it.
It's not. The full self drive on Tesla is overrated. There are companies that do it far better, like Mercedes and so on.
Yeah, like I said, it's just not my thing. I mean,
he said since 2015, Elon said like full self drive. You can drive from New York to whatever place you want. Next year, so 2016, still cannot get out of the parking spot properly most of the time. So
did he want a G-Wagon? Which somebody please explain to me. Explain
it's
to me.
It's a Mercedes.
I know what it is. Explain to me why you would drive one. I think they're fugly.
I think so too, but you cannot have an argument about taste. I guess
it's
I think the G stands for gangster when it comes to
it stands
Deecher.
for garbage. I mean, that car is. I've seen one drive down the road.
So Deecher's a gangster.
No, now he wants the F-150 Lightning, and I say that's cool if you're just gonna drive it like a vehicle. Don't try to tow anything with that fucking thing.
No,
if you try to tow it, you're gonna get about 70 miles before it's dead.
You seen the video then from what's his name? There's an American YouTuber who did that test, and it performed terrible. It's Lightning.
The Lightning is not for towing,
which makes no sense because the DNA for it is towing. It's a truck,
right? But you have to understand in the United States, though, and maybe as somebody from where you're at, or maybe the UK, they see somebody with a truck. They clearly they're buying a truck because they're going to tow, put shit in the back. No. Basically, it's a lot of people buy a truck because it's an alternative to an SUV in the United States. So you don't want to buy an SUV, but you want to buy a truck, and maybe you'll put some shit in it in the back. But most people that I know who have trucks, they have a bed and they throw mulch and wood and rocks. Fuck it, they just they don't care. They don't even put a bed liner. That's what people who I know trucks. That's what they use their trucks for. They don't just drive their truck, and it's basically essentially it's a glamorized SUV. It's just a truck bed. They don't even they may put furniture in it maybe, or if they went to IKEA or if they went to the store and bought a couch and threw it in the back. But they're not hauling like lumber. Like if they had mulch they had to buy they were doing a project around their house, they would have somebody deliver it. They wouldn't put it in their shit and drive it home and take a shovel and get it out of there. They're not gonna do that.
I have a question. Yeah. How do you think that new Tesla, what's that thing called again? Fuck, I forgot the name. The SUV thing.
Oh, the Cybertruck?
Yeah, that one. I had it in my head just like a second ago, but it was gone.
Every time I see that, I get a Halo vibe from that thing. It's a warthog.
It's weird, right?
It looks like a warthog.
Do you think it will sell?
Yeah, it'll fucking sell. I've seen Rivians out here where I live. I've run in a couple of those.
Yeah, but Rivian is. I think at least there's some style to it.
I think the front ends. I think they look okay. It has a little bit of a kind of a bubble.
Yeah, the lights are a bit odd.
Yeah, the back end. I mean, they look okay. I mean, I don't know, but I think they're not cheap. How much is one of those? Like $130,000 or some idiotic? I mean, they're not fucking cheap.
I mean, the Tesla thing started at 30 as well, right? And now it's like for higher. I mean,
well, yeah. I mean, I think they look pretty cool. They're about $82,000. You can get one for about $82,000.
The
Rivian R1T, the truck. Yeah, it's not bad.
Forget that.
I wouldn't get it for that price.
Well, I'm not spending. No,
I don't. No. In general, I don't get it. Like, Dan made a comment about it as well. Volvo stopped selling normal cars. Like they only sell SUVs now.
No, which, so it's Ford.
For me, which for me makes no sense. Yeah, that one. Look. It kind of odd looking, but it looks okay. It doesn't look weird.
The front looks a little, like I said, the headlights look like somebody's like kind of like blinking at you, like a cartoon character. But the back ends look pretty sharp. Like when they pass you up and they have the back end, the truck bed. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. Again, I'm not a huge fan of this headlight assembly. I think it's okay.
It kind of looks like I don't know. It looks like a Disney character. I don't know which.
It does. It's very Disney.
Like the trucks can go, "Hi guys, I'm gonna pass you in traffic now. Bye." It's just like takes off, right?
Yes.
But yeah, it's okay. I just the price is just like, dude, $80,000.
It's
Disney going to be tapping you up now, Sam. That's the voice we need.
That's
for Cars 5.
But I don't get it. Why are we only? It's so weird because I know of course you need. If you get bigger cars, they get more range technically because with EVs the range is very limited. Because battery technology has been so for a long time. Because you cannot do much. You cannot actually do any more with the batteries inside. It's so cramped that with current lithium battery technology you cannot do anything more. But if you have only big cars on the road, it's gonna do so much more damage, right? The building of it, the whole use of it, it just makes no sense for me. Where are the small cars? Where's the
there's what I'm getting.
Like small phones, they're just all disappearing.
Yeah, but with the cars, it makes even less sense because it's just more expensive and not to mention also just the build of it, the use of it. Like so many people don't need that kind of shit. Like where are the small cars?
There you go.
And families have more cars now as well.
You're getting that one?
I would like this. If I'm spending money on a car, I'm getting this instead. If I'm spending 60, 70 grand, I'm getting a Mach 1. I even like the color scheme. But yeah, but yeah, if you go to Ford right now for 2024, Ford no longer makes cars. They only make SUVs. The Fusion, the Ford Focus, all gone. Forget it. The only car you can buy is the Mustang. That's it. Everything else is the Maverick truck, the Ford Lightning, the Mach-E, the Edge, all that stuff. Explorer. That's it. They in the United States, they no longer, because Americans aren't buying these anymore. They're not buying sedans anymore. They just aren't. I mean, they're not buying those kind of things. They're buying larger SUVs. It's just the way it goes. And the average, I think, what is this? The average price of an average car payment for an American right now, I think, is like $795 a month. And I think that's just absolute. That's completely insane to me. I'm sorry. That's just crazy. Here's the thing. That's the average, which means there's people like me are at like maybe the 350, 400 neighborhood. And then there's people at like the 1,000, 1,200. I cannot imagine spending.
But to be fair, in America, of course, it's a very car orientated country as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said,
there are parts of it because it's big, of course, but also just public transport is a very different approach.
And I would figure Scoop's probably seen him in Las Vegas, I'm sure. But yeah, I've seen him around here, and not many. I've seen a couple. I tell you what, I do see a lot of is the new Ford Bronco. Fuck, they're everywhere. Holy shit, I see them all the time now. Apparently, people are buying those like crazy. They look okay, but anyway. I mean, Joe doesn't. You don't even own it. You have a car, don't you? Doesn't Lauren drive a car?
Yeah, we've got an MG ZS.
Okay.
Yeah.
They still make those pretty. I guess it's fairly newer, right? I mean, they don't make it. Obviously, in the United States, they don't make MG. You have to import an MG. They're old.
Yeah. They're a Chinese brand now. Owned by a Chinese brand. Yeah.
Is it Stellantis?
I don't know.
Is that who owns MG now? I don't know. Anyway.
I don't really care for cars that much.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, if I could use more public transportation where I live, I would totally use a bus, train, I totally would do it. But
I don't mind. On the bus, I can play with my phone. In a car, when I'm driving, I can't.
Right.
So.
Well, some people do. You haven't seen many Americans.
Yeah, some people do. It's terrible. Yeah.
It's really bad. But I know, and like I said, Jermaine, in the Netherlands, people use a lot. There's a lot of bike, right?
There are more bikes than there are people in the Netherlands. So.
Right. It's kind of like the United States. There's more guns than people.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
pretty much. Although ours don't really kill. It depends, though. If you're
it depends. I mean, I've seen some. Although, how are drivers in there? And are they just as terrible? Or they better?
Drivers are. They're not. It depends, right? We have certain drivers where we're like, oh yeah, that's a German car, and then for instance, they don't use an indicator, stuff like that. But in general, drivers are fine. You just, of course, you do have your shitty ones where you're like, you shouldn't have any driver's license at all.
Right.
But
all the time, see them.
Yeah. But like the biggest thing is just no indicators, for instance, and we don't have.
Yeah, that's BMW and Mercedes drivers.
Right.
And Audi.
No blame. They just cut right in front of you. It's like, wow. I don't mind being cut off, at least if you use an indicator. I'm like, okay, I can
then at least you know.
I can kind of deal with that. It's still kind of that's kind of not.
Jermaine, bikes in the Netherlands? Are you seeing more electric bikes now, or
Yes.
yeah?
Oh yeah.
And funny
They're
enough,
I wouldn't
sometimes
mind
not
one.
allowed, but sorry.
I wouldn't mind one.
Yeah, I think. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
It's handy because, especially in the Netherlands, we have a lot of wind, of course, because we're as country we're pretty close to the sea in general.
And there's no
so
apparently there's no
wind.
trees, right? In that area, there's like not many trees and yeah.
And it's very flat, so it just goes everywhere. So if you have wind against you, then electric bike definitely helps. Because
Absolutely.
And Arnhem has, for a city in the Netherlands, Arnhem has quite a bit of hills, not mountains, hills.
Right.
So we don't know mountains here in the Netherlands.
So
but
people live more rural areas of the Netherlands. Are they more car people as opposed to people who live in the city? I mean, because I would assume if you live kind of in an out, like let's say your job's like 10 miles away.
A lot of people go public transport.
Okay, or they're not biking that far. They would just do it public.
Oh no, they also bike. It just depends on their age, I guess.
Well, also too, it depends on the weather. If it's the wintertime, maybe
no, Dutch people are mental. They just go with their bike.
Snow, fuck it, we're going.
We do. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah,
because trains don't go in snow. If there's just one leaf on the train track, it's like it doesn't work anymore.
Right.
Yeah, we get that as well.
Take the bike. Yeah, it makes no sense, but they're very careful with that. I don't know
absolutely.
why.
And yes, right. And Shark's in the chat. I haven't seen Shark in a while. We got to get him on again. So
yeah, definitely.
The Bronco, the OJ. Oh boy, yeah, I know. Well, not that Bronco. It's not OJ's Bronco. It's the new Bronco. So maybe we can put like I don't know.
In a favorite white color, right?
Yeah, driving like 18 miles an hour down the 405. Yeah, that was great. Oh yeah, I was live watching that. That's how I was watching that going. Oh man, I think the restorer was using the back with a gun. He was ready to eat one. I was like, oh okay. Al, what was the guy's name? Al, his buddy Al was driving. I can't remember the guy's last name. Yeah, he was in the back, and it's kind of cool. I was alive during that. It was fun. It was a good time.
I don't know when it was, but it's a long time ago.
Early 90s. I think it was like 91. I can't remember but I
was alive then. I was 4.
Yeah. Right. Well, I was a little.
6.
I was in high school, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, they should have. Yes, Sean, they should have made a special OJ edition Bronco.
Oh, for God's sake.
They will be canceled.
Dude, they would be. I'll tell you this much, it'd be funny as hell, though. I mean, if you're going to get canceled, you might as well go out being funny, but yeah.
Holler's talking about orange juice, right?
Yes, I don't think so. No, he's talking about Orenthal James Simpson, the football, American football star who's Al Cowling.
Come back to your channel.
I couldn't remember his name. It was 1994. It's Al Cowling. Okay, I couldn't remember his last name, but his buddy Al was driving, and he was like, it was wild. It was crazy. I'll tell you right now, when that was going on, everybody was transfixed on that. I mean, they was like, I swear to God, that was like, because normally they have like high speed pursuits in the city, and if you live in that city, you might be watching it. They cut to live feeds across America, and everybody. It was like I was in a store. When I first saw it, and it was on. When you go to a TV like a store to have all the TVs, it was on all the TVs. It was like it was in a Target, and they were just like showing it. Oh, this is crazy.
Drama sells.
Yeah. Hey man, you're gonna sell some TVs and maybe some Broncos too. I don't know. Yeah, it's not a great look, but yeah, June 17th, 1994. There you go. I knew somebody would know for sure. It was.
Man, going back to your channel, I love the name. It's brilliant. Oh, yeah. But are you going to be doing cameras as well?
Or I recently did a video with my Panasonic Lumix S5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I see that. Is that going to be more of a thing going forward as well?
It's the worst performing video, so it depends a little bit because
it's new. It's new though, so
yeah. So it kind of depends because I still need to see what I'm gonna do when it comes to my travel plans for it. Because of course, it's my channel is part of my company. So if I go to a location and I say, hey, I go there for a week to take pictures and so on, tax deduction. So I can use that as well. And I want to go to locations like Scotland is one of them. I really want to go back there. I want to go there. I want to go to the UK again. I want to go to Switzerland because that's a beautiful country.
Oh, yeah. I can't imagine the pictures you could probably take. And just the ones I've seen are just like, I mean, it's not even. It almost doesn't even look like a real place on Earth. It's like
right. It looks like a fairy tale kind of thing.
It's like this picture of like it has a little cottage or like a little villa, on this lake, and it's got a mountain in the back and this reflection. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's like a painting.
It's like Bob Ross just painted
Yeah.
it.
I was like, can you
Imagine the
imagine
pictures you
walking
could take.
outside and that's what you saw every day?
Imagine living there.
Oh, I can't afford it.
No, I couldn't afford. Switzerland is really expensive.
But
I
I
would love to be
some
able
of the
to live
pictures
there.
I would see, and I realize obviously that they're photos that are professionally taken, but still, even though I've had people who visit there and they say it's just they can't even describe how naturally beautiful the area is. It's just
really beautiful.
nuts. And and that's why they're neutral. Shit, I would too. I'd be like, hey man, we don't want to do shit. Hey, we're gonna get into war. Fuck,
we want to keep our
don't care.
beautiful country. Yeah,
we got our cheese, we got our knives, we got some guns. Hey man, we got some nice beauty. We don't give a fuck what y'all do. Just do whatever you want to. Just leave us the hell alone. Don't we don't even be bothered with that crap.
We don't want to do with that shit. Yeah.
And I would like to visit there. The views are just amazing, and the pictures I'm sure you can get there are great. And
technically, I could drive there, but
I was gonna say that. I mean and that's the part that drives me not crazy, but I mean I'm glad I live in the United States. Only for the fact that if I could drive to Switzerland, like on a weekend, I wouldn't know what the fuck to do. It's like, oh, hey, we're going to go to Luxembourg. Okay, fuck it. We'll just drive there. Or I think they have trains, right? They have like major like trains, or you can take a plane. I think it's cheap as shit. You can like fly to, like, I'm going to fly to, you could probably fly to
stay
Scotland.
is just not cheap. That's the part.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can stay at, well, I know Joe doesn't live in Scotland, but you can stay at Joe's house. You can hang out there.
That'd be quite a distance, but you're always welcome, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but he's in the UK.
Right. Well, like, Scotland's it's not that far. What, 4 hours?
It is. Not to an American, it probably might not be, but...
Oh. Wait, do you live in Scotland, Joe?
No, I live in Houghton Regis.
I thought you said that. I was like, wait. No, that makes sense.
But I mean, like, Chicago's 270-ish miles from my house. I could drive to Chicago and get there in 4 hours. And it would, I've done that before. I used to drive back and forth on weekends and stuff like that. We used to work at a store there. So to me, getting in a car and driving 4.5 hours, that ain't shit. That's nothing.
Yeah, but
to most
some
Americans,
of the shots,
that's nothing.
Some of the shots Jermaine might want to get would be like time sensitive.
Right.
Yeah.
Now so from your house, if you were trying to drive to Edinburgh, how long would it take you?
No idea. Should I Google map it?
Yeah, Google map and see. I'm just curious for where you are, because I know.
Let me see how long it would take me to drive to Switzerland.
Right. I think Simon, he lives in Northern Ireland, so that'd be probably a little closer to Scotland from where he's at. But
Ireland is also beautiful.
Ibrahim's in Scotland. You could stay with him.
Yeah. I'm just curious.
My car.
It can't be that far.
6 hours and 19 minutes. And that's now when there's no traffic.
Yeah, but there's no traffic. For me, when it goes to Switzerland, that's the center of Switzerland, it's 8 hours and 50 minutes. It's 820 kilometers. That's a bit more.
Yeah.
That's a bit more.
Geneva.
I'm not going to drive that with my brother's car. Then I'm going to have to buy another one.
Right. No, but I'm just, that's kind of what, or you could probably, like, they have trains, right? They have a pretty elaborate rail system. You could probably take a train to like Berlin or Paris or whatever, or, you can go to Milan or Rome. I mean, whatever, Greece. It's kind of cool. I don't know. It's just a lot of crazy. For a European, it's very easy to get to places because it's not very big, and it's you don't have to drive very far to be in a whole other country, which is kind of wild.
Just checked, right? It'd be quicker to drive to Antwerp.
It will be quicker to drive to Antwerp than
from his side to Scotland.
Yeah, 5 hours 15 minutes.
Because you have to go through France.
Yeah, you have to take the tunnel, right? You have to take the tunnel.
Yeah. So you have to go through France. That's surprising.
Have you ever taken the tunnel?
I thought I'd give it a go and see. Yeah, I have.
Yeah. How's that? Is it freaky? It seems weird. I guess it's
not driven. I've been on.
You don't notice it really.
How far? What's the distance? Like underneath? Is it about 30?
It's pretty quick, isn't it?
It's pretty quick, yeah.
I mean, is it like
you don't notice it as well?
What's the distance? Like about 30 kilometers, or how far is it from?
I think it's a little bit more.
Yeah, I thought it would be more. I don't think it's like a Florida to Cuba kind of. But yeah, I'm just curious.
Right. Google Maps.
You got to get somebody to sponsor you, Jermaine, to go.
I reached out to Snapdragon, and we'll see if they do anything.
Yeah, go to Switzerland. That'd be kind of.
I should have like
So I'll tell you something else good about Switzerland.
Sorry,
their flag's a big plus.
We'll be here all week. We can tip your waitress right now. I was kidding.
All right, let's see how far it is.
Perth.
It's about 65 kilometers. No, wait, that's incorrect. About. No, it is correct. Yeah, about 65. Yeah,
about an hour.
We've become a travel show.
No, I mean, well, it's just, we're talking about cameras and we're talking about places to go. And you notice how he didn't say he didn't want to come to the United States. Didn't happen. He didn't say that. He didn't want to come here.
He didn't say he didn't want to.
He did. It wasn't on his places to go. I didn't hear him say, "Got to get to the U.S."
Me?
Yeah, you.
No, that's not on my list. No.
See, told you.
No.
That's okay.
I mean, that's beautiful. There's beautiful nature there, but it's definitely not on my list.
I guess Jermaine's thing is, as soon as he gets out of the plane, he's going to just get immediately either shot, blown up,
eaten by a bear,
or have some trucker. How you doing? Where are you from? Netherlands? That's from Holland? Dutch? That's cool. Whatever, man. Get in the truck. Let's go. Where you want to go?
European, yeah.
Right. Yeah, he's gonna be like everybody. I guess everybody over there is like Larry the Cable Guy. I guess that's what it is. It's like, nah, not so much. It's okay.
No, but like in America, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are beautiful places in America as well, but as well, it's really large. So if you want to go anywhere, it's also going to be with the car.
Well, yeah, you would have to fly to that place. That's what if you want to go to the Grand Canyon, you got to go to Arizona, and you're not going to like come to my house and then drive to Arizona. I mean, you could, but that's going to be it'll be 2 days to drive across. I mean, it's going to take forever to get across. So yeah, if you're going to, that's the problem in the United States. If you're going to a place, you kind of stay where you are. Like if you're going to a city or if you're going to the Grand Canyon or whatever, you have to kind of be close to it, because if you figure, like if I go to the UK, I was like, I can get to Scotland in a day trip. I can take a train, right, and get to Scotland in the more I can get up early.
Do it,
yeah, 6 a.m. Get up early and then spend a day, and then futz around in Northern Ireland, and then come back and then go to the cliffs. You could do that, and it wouldn't be that. But you can't go to like, oh, I'm going to go to L.A. Oh, I'm gonna go to Times Square. I'll just drive there. Good luck. It'll be the entire vacation just driving there, and you'll see a lot of stuff. But I will tell you, there are some places in the United States driving through, not exactly the most impressive.
Hey, Sam, if you come to the UK, I'd get you so pissed you wouldn't make it to Scotland. No,
I would just lay in the street. Where's Sam? He's out in my front yard. He's just laying face down in the front yard. It's okay. Well, and apparently, so I got to do the whole thing. But I'm telling you, I still am going to give Roger. I cannot believe he didn't know what Buckingham Palace was, and I cannot believe he didn't get a proper fish and chips. That's just mug. I don't think I would leave the fucking airport, and I'd probably be trying to find a proper English or a fish and chip shop or something.
Clearly, Roger his passport should be revoked, right?
Right. He's definitely not an ambassador of the UK, because I'm like, I wouldn't even get out of Heathrow, and I'd be like, dude,
I'm pretty sure
we got to find a chip shop now.
Is he American by chance?
I don't think so. We don't.
I mean, he didn't know Buckingham Palace. Didn't get the fish and chips.
Hell, I know Buckingham Palace. I'm an American.
Yeah, but it could be then. It still could be technically.
Yeah, I don't know.
He didn't know anything about his own country.
Right. Well, he's
apart from driving on the wrong side of the road. That part.
Right. He definitely figured out. But yeah. Well,
in Roger's defense, I'm useless as well. So.
Yeah. Don't defend Roger with it.
Roger the fish dodger. Yeah.
You know what that sounds like? Fish dodger. You love it.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like he should be a character in the movie Snatch. What is he? Boris the bullet dodger. Yeah, he's like.
That would be a very different film if Roger was in Snatch.
I know, really. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of fun. But it's well. Hopefully, you'll be able to do more. I'm just kind of ashamed that I know you like to do the content on the filmics and stuff, but the fact that it doesn't perform is kind of disappointing. I guess that's as a YouTuber, it's kind of like it's the trade-off, right? I want to do content that's different than phones. I want to do content that I'm interested in, but I know it's not going to have traction. I know it's not going to perform.
But that's partially to blame on me as well, because I still need to find like a route on how I want to approach it. So where it's entertaining for the people to watch, right? Where I'm trying to tell a story in the video itself and then keep people intrigued for a longer time. But I don't know how to approach it properly, because I'm very much like a direct kind of guy. My approach is very direct. I'm just like, this is point 1, this is point 2, and that's it. I'm not good at telling how I went from point 1 to point 2, and I'm trying to see if I can develop that kind of character where it's more interesting, more appealing for people to watch the longevity.
I tell you, the video you did where you're doing the history of that town, that city, I can't remember. Oh yeah, that I was.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was hooked on that. One, because I like to learn about culture and places and like that. But I mean, that could have been an hour. That could have been a documentary, and I would have been watched the entire time. That was fantastic. It was probably one of the most enjoyable doc. It was like YouTube videos that you're not watching as a documentary, just watching it for something else, and it turned into like this really intriguing, interesting talk about the city. It was great.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
no,
it was
I do. I
fantastic.
definitely appreciate, and I do want to go more for that approach. But the thing is, I need to then, of course, before I go, I need to figure out all the things about that city, and then knowing how to I need to know that beforehand, right? If I go
that takes a lot of research. That's something you can't just wing it. You got to that has some definite prepreparation. And
that's why
study
that kind of
because that's why that
video was a little bit of a test. Like I wanted to see,
go.
okay, how do I approach it? And if I would go to Scotland, for instance, I really want to know about the area that I'm going to. What can I tell about
Scotland
the area?
through Jermaine's lens?
Yes,
right.
And then I can while recording, because that's the most important part. While recording, I can already have that narration in my head on how I want to go about it, because I think that's the most important part then, because I cannot narrate over it and go back and say, oh yeah, that's wrong, I just need to capture another shot. It's one take.
Right.
You're gonna have one take there. You're not gonna go back and then say, oh yeah, I just made a small error there. No.
That makes it more organic, which I like.
Yeah, like I said, but I mean, and also, Simon even says, it was. I thought it was a fantastic. Just the way it was shot, the way the narration was happening, just the end. And I'm kind of like that, but the problem is, there are other people who aren't really into that kind of thing. They really aren't into the history of it, so that obviously won't resonate. But for people like me,
I loved it. Yeah,
when you really were, I was like, I'm genuinely curious about some of the features. I mean, funny how just any town really has any kind of little history, especially towns in Europe, because they're old. I mean, they're not, the United States, it's only 200 plus years old, unless you're on the East Coast, right? But
I liked it as well because I felt like I learned a little bit more about Jermaine as well.
Yeah. I thought it was fantastic. It was great. I really like the way it was set up. It was very entertaining, and anybody who hasn't seen it, if anybody's in this chat who hasn't seen it, please do yourself I think it's not very long. It might be 15 minutes, maybe.
I feel that was the birth of Through Jermaine's Lens.
Yeah, because I really wanted to have that different approach.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So, but I mean, do some more of that content. I know that takes time, it takes research, but if you make another one of those videos, I think that's going to be really well.
How did that video do out, if you don't mind me asking?
Let me see. Watch time, I think, wasn't that great, but I don't know how. But that makes sense, right? I built a group from the beginning with Concept Creator where people who have short attention span could watch a video quite short. Yeah. So it makes sense, right?
Well, and the funny thing is I really wasn't. The way it was like I was like sucked in. That was the problem. I was going to watch. I never end your videos early. I watch them because
one's put on your TV.
Yeah, and that right. Just what Joe said. That's one you would cast on a TV and not watch it on a phone, just because it was like it felt like a documentary to me. I was like, this was like they were talking about something that was historical and cool. It was neat, and the facts were not just kind of lame. They were actually really interesting facts about it. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah. Like I said, it was one of my favorite videos that I watched. That wasn't specifically like I was watching.
It's also a video that you can watch again. Like a lot of YouTube videos, you'll watch once, you won't want to watch it again.
Oh, that would watch that again.
I could go back and watch that again easily. Yeah,
I appreciate that. Yeah, I just watched and it didn't perform.
It didn't?
No, 325 views. It's 1.7K lower than normal. But that's fine.
Everyone,
it's sometimes
share the shit out of it. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Like I said, I guess it's surprising, but it's not shocking, and it's kind of disappointing because I think if anybody really would watch it,
it was a new.
Well. It's also the brand itself, like it's Motorola, which is in terms of views is normally already lower, right? So this is also why I felt like I should approach this with the idea that it won't get any views, but I can learn from it. I can learn how I want to do this kind of video. And later on, when I do go outside to Scotland or Switzerland and so on, that I know the approach, but also that I would let it be edited by Roger itself. Because I think when it comes to that kind of thing, editing is going to be really important.
Yeah,
and I don't like editing. Yeah. And I think then...
Roger's damn good at it as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it will bring it together,
Absolutely. So and if you do have that, let us know, because we would definitely want to try to share it, and I want to make sure it gets watched because, like I said, the Arnhem video was very, very good. I
appreciate that.
Thank you. So Anyway, but actually, we're kind of like almost 1 hour and 10 minutes. I actually was looking at like the 25-minute mark. I was like, God, what are we going to talk about? And then we talk about
just random stuff.
Well, and here's the thing: I don't want this to be always coming here and just talk about foldables and phones and just I don't want that. It's you're here, you're not into sport really, so just fine. And we
spoke about sport.
We talked about it for like 10 minutes, but then we got off of it, and then we talked about cameras, but it was more about your channel and where it's going, and that's what I'm more interested about because we haven't really talked about it. Yeah,
travel,
and travel.
We're so cultured, guys.
Yeah, we're trying to be well rounded.
Yeah.
Actually, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get Joe on hot. We got to get him on hot ones since he's a wing guy. We got to find a way to get you on the hot ones.
Good luck.
Yeah, that would do.
Oh,
I would pay money to go on that show. Pay money because it would be awesome. I know we'll never get on there, and I realize it's not, but I find those to be some of the most entertaining things to watch on YouTube. They're fucking great. I love it. Plus, that guy can interview. Holy shit, he's fantastic. Like, he does a great job. He gets into a lot of real deep facts about the people he's talking to, and it's crazy. The one he did with I can't remember his name. John Bernthal was his name or whatever, the guy from Walking Dead. He knew some shit about that guy. He was like, how do you know all this stuff? Like, and he's a really good, like, that was a great hot one. My favorite one is definitely Key and Peele, though. If you watch that one's funny as hell. They're great. They're dying. Like, they get to that fourth wing and they're fucking dying. They're like,
they're dying. Yeah.
Dude, Jordan Peele's like, I think
they have like a bowl of hot wings and they eat them. Is that what?
No, it's like a flight. It's a flight of wings. It starts real soft, and then he's interviewing these people. So the first one's very, very mild, right? And they eat. Pretty tasty. Number 2 is pretty good, and then he gets about 3 and 4, and they start getting like the Scoville starts getting like 35, 40,000. It starts getting a little warm, but he's asking them questions. So these people are trying to like stop from dying, and they're trying to. He's like, I can't answer these questions. I'm fucking dying over here. They're drinking water, lemon juice. The one with Gordon Ramsay.
They need milk. That's what they need. Yeah. Milk.
The one with Gordon Ramsay. You should watch that. He loses his shit. I would have thought
Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, I can imagine.
He's a Michelin chef. I figured he can handle heat. That dude, he got crucified. That's some of that shit.
Oh yeah, but heat is just some people can handle it. Some cannot.
Right. It was just funny. I would have thought that maybe he was more into it. And man, it's really, you should watch hot ones. Just do hot ones. And I think he's interviewed like, it's got to be like hundreds of people.
And I remember one as well where they said, I want to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
I remember that one as well.
Yeah.
I really want to punch you now.
Some of these people really get like, and then Shaq was on there. Aubrey Plaza was another good one. Jennifer Lawrence was pretty good. He has obviously celebrities and famous people and stuff like that, but it's really good. If you ever watch it, but you like wings, you probably would enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I love wings.
But as far as capability of interviewing people, that guy is amazing at it. He is fabulous at it. I wish I had half the skill set that guy does, because that would be great. So,
but that probably comes with training, right?
Oh yeah, and it also comes with just natural talent. Some people just
but
yeah, I think if you work at
experience as well.
But yeah, at this point, that's why I would rather just, if we didn't talk about phones, that's okay, because we always do. So, and again, I appreciate you coming on, and folks, make sure you watch the channel, make sure you sub, and when he puts content out there, share it and like it and watch it and have some.
Go back and watch the Arnhem video.
Yeah, the Arnhem one's
share
really
it.
good. If you've never seen it, go back and go watch it. It's really good, and it's not very long. I think 20. I think it's like 18, 20 minutes. It's not that long.
No, and you don't need to worry about whether you want the Motorola or not.
It's actually quite short. It's 8 minutes 45 seconds.
Yeah, it's nothing. See, that's what I'm saying. It was so enthralling. I didn't know how much longer. It felt like it was. Yeah, it was good. It was good. So anyway, also, Joe, don't you have an announcement for next week? You want to let the fans know?
For next week, yeah, I'm on holiday in Turkey, so I won't be on here, I'm afraid, guys.
So nice. Is that just a vacation? You just decided to go there, or do you?
No, we booked. We was meant to go last year. We put it forward to this year, and to be honest, it's come around quick.
Well, I guess, was that your idea, Lauren's idea? Just like picking places.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we go Turkey all the time. We used to before we had Sersha, so it's been a long time coming.
Cool.
Sersha's first time out of the country. So
does she have a little kid passport?
Yep, and she's got a little headphones, like cheap headphones, little pink ones.
Well, yeah. I guess you're flying to Ankara. I guess that's where you're gonna fly to, or Istanbul. I guess.
No, Dalaman.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, we're actually staying in Dalaman as well, so we wanted a short transfer because taking a 3-year-old on a flight and then a transfer. We didn't want that. So
know what you do? You just give them some Dimetap or you get some Benadryl and they go sleepy time. That's what you do.
So it's actually us 3, and then also Lauren's mum and stepdad also have booked on 2 weeks though. They've got.
Okay. Well, that'd be cool.
How long did you say?
I'm there just for a week.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about it, but it probably so next week we will not do a show. We'll just take a break. Yeah, we'll take a break.
Not unless I can do it from Turkey.
No, why do that?
Then you're just gonna show off. Do you see that behind me, Sam? Really nice weather and really nice views. And
Sam, if the Wi-Fi is stable enough, we can do it.
Yeah,
right?
No, let's just go ahead and
I think you should enjoy your vacation.
Yeah, enjoy the vacation. Don't worry about doing this.
Do you know what? It might be a break from Saoirse, you know.
Right? No, it's fine. It'll be good. I think she's gonna see a lot of cool stuff that she's never seen before. And Turkey's not exactly England, so it'll be cool. I think she'll have a good time. But
we'll both mostly be in the hotel, which is a massive hotel though, because we're all inclusive. So
go outside.
Yeah, go outside.
It's called Tui Blue Tropical. Look it up. It's massive.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure you go out and see some of the country. Don't just.
Yeah, I just want to say, don't sit inside the whole time.
Right.
Well, it's keeping her little one entertained, isn't it? So, I mean, we might go to the shops, go down the road.
The bazaar. You have like little shops and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and go show her some history. Like go to the some of that stuff. You'd be surprised what's going to trigger a 3-year-old. Some of them you think they would not be entertained, and sometimes they'll be fascinated by the colors or the architecture or something. You never know. With kids, you never really know. Sometimes you think they wouldn't care about it. I mean, I used to take Anna places. I thought for sure she would care less about it, and she was really excited. And other places I thought for sure was like a lock, and she was like,
yeah.
Yeah, we went to water parks and stuff, and we went to the Wisconsin Dells. She could care less about it. She didn't care about any of that kind of stuff.
See, in preparation, Lauren's trying to take Saoirse swimming tomorrow, right?
Oh, okay.
In the past, when they've gone, they've not even made it to the pool.
She's afraid of the water, I guess.
She has no interest. She likes the idea of it, and then when she gets there, she's like, "No, not feeling it."
Well, it'll be good time. So, anyways, for those of you, and also remember, check out Joe's unboxing on our channel sponsor. That's the Purposely Pixel YouTube channel. Also, next Wednesday, skin your shit. Hashtag skin your shit. Extremeskins.co.uk. Go check them out, get some skins. I may have a new device coming. Not new, but different device. Yeah. I should have it by Tuesday. And if I do, you'll just have to wait. I might post something on the channel or whatever, but it'll be a good time. I'm looking forward to getting it. So, and I definitely will skin my shit. So go check them out as well. And again, thanks to Jermaine for coming on. Go check out his channel. We'll put links in the chat like we always do. And we really appreciate you stopping by, Jermaine. We miss talking to you, man.
No problem. I appreciate you inviting me.
All right. For Joe, anything else before we extra week off? And so we will not be back until the 20th. That'll be the next show.
20th, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Nothing from me, no. Right. Just thanks, Jermaine, for coming on, you legend.
I have a final thing for the video.
Okay.
Just, because we're here. Dan, screw you for having the Sony Xperia 1.5. And Joe, screw you for having the Sony Xperia 1.5.
There you go. I get to duck it because I don't have an Xperia 1.5.
There you go.
So I'm safe.
I'm actually thinking about selling this one and then get them.
Oh, boy.
I think you'll enjoy it.
I know I will.
Yeah.
And if there's anybody who can probably get as much out of it capability-wise, it'd probably be you and Juan are the two people I can think of off the top of my head.
Juan is amazing.
Really get that to fly. So that'd be cool. Well, let us know if you get it, and we'll have you back on. We can talk about it.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, we can get you and Dan on together.
Absolutely. You guys can fight it out.
Well, if I don't have it, I don't want to be there. He's going to tease me about it.
Me and Dan can talk about it while,
Yeah.
I'm going to be there. Just.
All right. So that's the show for today. Again, we're a little long, but that's okay. We start. It was a good time. So for myself, for Joe, for Jermaine, thanks for stopping by the Nomad Tech Project. Download it later on when I post it. I'll have the audio podcast ready to go. And again, enjoy your tech, enjoy your foldables or your cameras, or get outside and travel some. Go see some stuff. Don't just hang out at your house. There's stuff out there. There's a world to see. Go check it out.
Yes.
Sort of. Not really. I mean, whatever.
Just don't be a full kit wanker, guys.
Right.
Okay?
Don't be a full kit wanker. Enjoy your tech. Be excellent to each other. And we will see you in 2 weeks on the 20th. And we don't have a guest yet, but we'll let you know. Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for being such awesome fans and awesome mates and awesome human beings. Jermaine.
You should get a DJ because he graduated.
Yeah, we will get a DJ.
Yeah, to get him back on. Yeah.
We need to get him back on. We'll probably see it.
Graduated.
We'll see. Yeah, now we can talk about all sorts of cool shit.
In video term, Aditya, congrats again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our man Aditya. We won't say what it is, but once he goes through all the way. So, anyways, enjoy your tech. Have a good day. See you all later. Stay hydrated. Be good. Catch you next 2 weeks from now. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.